Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. It be your boys, Castle, Patrick, and Jacob.
You know what? I'm proud of us. We were actually doing an episode 2. We didn't give up on this idea.
Yeah.
So props to us for that one.
The only problem is it's like 3 days after we were supposed to really record this.
We were supposed to record it on Thursday, and currently it is a 10:05 Monday night. This goes up tomorrow evening,
And we're filming it for the first time.
and we're doing a film.
Should we wave?
For our video audience, what's up?
What's up? I guess we're going to try and start doing this a little bit more where we're actually recording
See,
instead of...
what I want to, because Jacob has a good idea, I think we should get like a whole talk show going.
Yeah.
Like get a
Really?
set.
Slowly
have
morph it
guests.
into a talk show.
Like we have a camera,
we could
like,
have little games and whatnot. I think it'd be sick.
Like
Heck yeah.
the host can sit at the desk like normal, and then they could like talk, like introduce the two people,
Yeah.
and they'll come in. It'll be like, I don't know. I feel
Maybe
I
we
feel
could have
like-
the person sitting there, have the camera
Because-
facing them.
I mean,
Ooh, yeah, have multiple angles.
Mhm.
It's just we could just constantly keep building up.
I'm
off of
saying.
it. What were we saying? Kid?
podcasts, like, they're in right now, but imagine a little talk show.
A podcast
saying.
talk
That's
show.
unheard of nowadays.
Yeah, because
Like
you
a
have,
film, Good Mythical Morning.
Yeah,
Almost.
you have
Almost, yeah.
the Tonight Show. That's a talk show. But wouldn't you want it to just be audio for an hour? Who wouldn't
But
want
I-
just an hour of them talking?
I don't want like a real talk show, like late night or some shit.
Yeah.
I like the idea that we have the mics. You know, we have the little atmosphere of a podcast,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but it'd be on video, and
Shout
we'd
out
have
James
guests,
Corden.
and we'd have little things to do.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff
like little-
that, you know,
Little games and
some
shit.
to keep the people entertained.
Some just keep them a
Dude,
little
this
entertained.
chair's so squeaky. I hope the mic can't pick it up.
I'm so sorry about
Low
that.
key,
kid.
No,
though,
you're all good.
this is...
I love this setup.
This setup is like way more comfortable. It's so nice.
Yeah, still an undisclosed location.
Still undisclosed.
So don't get your hopes up. You're never gonna know.
You're never gonna know.
Even though if you follow me on Instagram, you know where this is. But whatever.
Yeah, we just found out we lost 2 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, we went from 59 to 57. So 2 of you fuckers.
Yeah, if you're listening to
It's a
this
GD
or
shame.
watching
It's
this,
GD shame. You know what?
GD
They're
shame.
missing out.
you're missing out on quality
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 over quality.
content. That's what I meant to say.
So I know it's like technically an undisclosed location, but we can say I want to tell them the idea that we have
What's the idea?
for
the
for
idea?
the future office.
Yeah,
But we don't have to tell them where it is. Whenever can I tell
Well, no,
them?
yeah, of
Okay,
course.
okay.
Mute the mics real quick.
So basically, we figured why spend like $400 or $500 a month on an office space whenever we can just spend like $140 every month to get like a big ass fucking storage unit. And
I mean,
and it's climate controlled. It'd be bigger than it normally would if we were to get, because we were looking online, the typical office space that we were looking at. What was it like? It was like 400, but it was
it ranges
a
from
shared
good,
office
like,
space.
400 to
shared.
like 1400.
Yeah,
So you can get like super nice, like private, you know, have your own receptionist. But that one that we were looking at was about 450. You get your own receptionist. Like if she
Yeah.
gets any calls for us, she'll transfer it to us.
yeah. It's like the whole layout is like there's like 3 or 4 businesses, I guess, inside of one big office, and everybody has their own desks and everything. It's all private, but it's just a shared space, and there's like one receptionist. That
I mean, we have a receptionist on ready. We got it.
we're ready to go if
Yeah.
the time comes. Shout out Chrissy. But I mean, why wouldn't we want to get storage? Maybe
The thing is that it would be a predicament in its own to trying to hide it. The fact that we're using it, you know, not to store anything, but, you know, basically running a whole business out of it almost.
running an entire business out of a 10 by 20 storage unit.
And
But
you
it
know we'd
actu-
have to get mad fans in there when it became summer, you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, it'd be warm.
think
I
about
feel
the
like
story
they've
we could
released.
tell though.
Although
Yeah.
it's climate controlled, so they'll, you know, do a little on their part, but it's just like
We'll have to
can't
get like a
trust
little
them
AC
fully.
unit in there.
Well, the problem is if
Definitely.
that was ever running, if we ever did the podcast in there, we wouldn't be able to have those running. It would be all over the audio.
Oh, you're right.
Well,
So
I
if
don't know.
were
These
to-
are like they're condenser microphones, but it kind of acts almost like a dynamic to where it's just it's pretty directional.
It picks up
Yeah.
right in front of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure it'd pick up like a hum but maybe
not
so bad.
We could do it in post. We got it in post.
I'm curious to see if these mics can pick up the candle that's lit right there, because that's pretty loud.
Yeah, we
The
got a
woodwick
little
candle?
woodwick candle over here, so it's got a nice crackle to it, almost like a fireplace.
It's making.
And we also have another candle for the people watching at home. That one's what'd you say?
It's apple strudel.
Apple strudel, and this one's caramel. So at first we were like, well, they might be like, contradicting each other, but caramel apple? Are you kidding me? Get
Yeah, I
out
was
of
about
here.
to say that doesn't
It
sound
literally
too bad.
is the perfect
We're brothers?
concoction. We brothers? We brothers?
Get the
fuck outta here.
Get the fuck out of here.
If y'all
Anyways.
haven't seen The Irishman, I recommend watching it.
Highly recommend it.
I haven't finished it yet.
Actually, the song Patrick just posted on his Instagram, like a video of us like about to record the podcast, and he used the song from The Irishman.
It's a charming song.
It is a great song.
Yeah.
It's like low key fucked up, like the context that it's used in.
You know what's a
in the
fucked up
film?
song? It's Last Kiss.
Never heard it.
You've never heard it? Pearl Jam covers it. It's like talking. It basically is this guy talking about how he was taking his girlfriend home one night and he crashes the car and like holds her as she dies.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, it's sad. It'll make you cry.
It's like Stan. by
It's,
Eminem.
yes, Stan is also
It's
a very
just like
sad song.
it's like the whole thing is just severely messed up. But anyways, shall we get into the main topic? Because I had this idea a couple days ago.
Huh.
What?
I didn't no. Continue what you were doing. Yeah.
What?
I didn't know if we had any topics. That's the thing, because like last time we had topics written down, so we could, if we ran out of ideas, we could talk about something else. But we've got nothing.
Well, I have topic.
I have a couple I wrote down
One,
just
but-
in case.
The one thing I wanted to talk about is everybody who works in like retail or works like in sales or like food, all have horror stories regarding customers.
Yeah.
So that's why I had an idea. Maybe we should all like go in a circle, talk about like our worst horror stories at work. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a customer issue. It could be just something that happened at work. But anything. Are you guys down for that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
100%.
yeah. Who wants to start?
Castle.
Okay.
Don't make me start. I can't.
You're the
think of it off
host.
the
You're
top
the
of my head,
host.
You're the
man.
host,
You're
man.
the
You're
host,
sitting in
man.
the big chair.
You're sitting in the big chair, bud.
Sitting in the big
Just
chair.
think
Alright.
about it for a second.
Well, basically, I mean, probably like one of the times the chain broke or something, because I mean that thing just. When it first started breaking, I mean, it just set you back.
Yeah.
It's a
What
bit of a
chain?
bitch.
Where? In
the
the
car
wash?
wash, yeah. The chain that pulls the rollers so we can pull the cars through.
Do the cars just get
We'll
stuck?
just snap sometime. Well, no, we'll just have to like make them drive out.
Yeah. So they'll be like just like parked, like basically just in the wash, stuck. And we'll have to either like roll them forward or roll them out, depending. We actually just had to do that a couple days ago because.
Are they mad because there's still like soap and stuff on them?
Typically.
Yeah, typically.
I mean, it's not a happy experience.
No, I wouldn't assume so.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes we'll get the pressure washer out and like stand far away and just kind of rinse them off and be like, sorry, we'll give you a refund.
I think one of the worst experiences I had was this guy, prick job, came through the wash, I was QoSing him, and so we were talking about memberships, and he's like, so, if I buy the membership, it's gonna be, because we have so, it's our memberships at the car wash are kind of like a Netflix subscription, so you pay once a month, and then you can just use it as much as you want. But I don't think he got that idea through. We also have another option where if you want, because it's a card, you have to it's an auto renewal
Yeah, you have to sign up with your
type
card.
situation.
Oh shit.
But this guy couldn't get it through his head, and we have an option where if you pay cash, you have to pay $5 extra, and then it's like a 30-day trial. So it just lasts for 30 days. But this guy could not get it through his thick skull, and
What was he
like,
confused about?
he was like, so if I buy the membership, it's gonna be like $34.99. I was like, no, it'll be $29.99. And he's like, then what's the $5 extra? I was like, that's only if you buy it for 30 days. And he's like, so it'll be 34. No, it's gonna be 29. He's like, do you have a manager? I was like, listen, I work here. I know what I'm talking about. So do you want a membership or not? Like, I was just straight up said, I was like, I work here. Do you want a membership?
You said that?
And he was like, I'll just take the good for it. I was get the fuck. You just wasted about 5 minutes of my goddamn time.
fuck outta here. See, that's the thing is where they're like, they ask for a manager, and it's like, I work here. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Dude, my favorite thing is whenever they ask me to go get a manager and be like, I am the manager.
Yeah, exactly.
I am
yeah.
the manager here.
Yeah, I get that a lot too. Like on the phone, they'll be like, "Can I speak to your manager?" And I was like, "This is him." And he's,
This is he.
"This is he."
This is he. Yeah, I mean, were we supposed to think of 3 of them?
I don't.
Another.
I don't know.
Well, this one's rather on a good note rather than a bad note. It's Tommy. Got this guy
Great
that comes
dude.
through the wash. Name's Tommy. Fantastic guy. He always comes through singing some Eminem song.
Every time he pulls up, he's just like chicka chicka chicka, or he's like
He did the Guess Who's
yeah,
Back.
the Guess Who's
Guess
Back.
who's-
That was awful.
Great, fantastic guy.
Yeah. What about you, Patrick?
We have this guy come in regularly, like not too regularly, but like every other week he'll come in, and basically what he wants is 5 gluten-frees, which by the way we keep under the line. They're already like pre-made and everything. We have to have clean screens for them, so that means we have to have washed like unused screens. We put those on, and then he's like, "Okay, I also need you to change your gloves." And actually, where the horror part that I really hate comes in is it was like a couple of days ago he came in, and I had known him from a previous story that I will also tell, but I think he forgot me. So I was at point where I like take your order, and he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, I don't think I've had you yet. This is gonna be an ordeal. It's a process with me." And I was like, "Okay, what can I do
You
for
just
you?"
played along.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't
was
tell him
like,
you had him
well,
before?
the thing is, I was super short with him. Like, "Okay, what can I do for you?" And he was like, "Okay, I need 5 gluten-frees, all on clean screens, and I need you to change your gloves." And I was like, "Well, we already put them on clean screens, all of them." And he was like, "I've been here enough. I know the process." And I was like,
Wow.
"Excuse me?"
Excuse me. I mean, I just assumed that since I work here, I know how the
Yeah,
whole process works. But you're the customer. You're always right.
Exactly.
I'm so
Excuse
sorry.
the fuck out of me.
Exactly. It's like, dude, like that's. I think I know what I do. I've worked here for over a year. I'm a captain. I'm a manager. I know what to do.
Yeah. That
But
is
where
awful.
I really like started hating him was it was one night. It was a normal night. It wasn't like overly busy or anything, but it was like 10:45, 15 minutes till close on a weekend. And he comes in asking for the same thing. I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm just annoyed and irritated.
Those people that come in with those complicated orders.
At like 15 minutes to close, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he basically does that, and if you know mod, you know that the slogan is super fast. We can all acknowledge this, right? Super fast. Yeah. I'm going super fast, because it's also 15 minutes to close, and he got mad at me. And then he goes, literally, while the pies are cooking and everything, I'm cleaning up what mess I just made. He's literally talking crap about me to one of the other employees. Like, and I can hear him. He's talking loud enough for me to hear him.
What was he saying?
He was saying...
Don't worry about it.
Speaker just died.
Speaker
Rest
just
in
turned
peace.
I forgot what I was. Oh yeah, he was like, that guy over there, he goes too fast. You're nice and perfect and everything. And I was like, I go too fast, huh? I go too fast.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of
Get out
here.
of my store.
And then he started insulting that worker too.
To you?
No, to her.
Oh,
It was
isn't
the
it funny?
Yeah, it was the girl who was helping him at Expo, and I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? You're literally gonna talk crap to both of us, and then act like he's just regular Woodlands privileged asshole.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair
he's
enough.
not a good man. What about you, bud?
The horror story that I have in mind actually has nothing to do with a negative customer experience. It was what happened to the customer inside the wash.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
The sign.
Yep.
Yeah, so Castle was on shift. He just happened to be in the bathroom while all this was going on. So basically, there was this truck that's a member, so we type in his license plate, it pulls up, we send him all the way through. And he had this, I don't know, this like machinery in the back of his truck, but it's like on the truck. I don't know what it exactly does, but it's like, it has like a whole tube. It's like, it's in there. And we've never had an issue before. We have plenty of trucks that have that membership. And, they've never had an issue. But this time, I guess the hose was sticking out the side of the truck a little bit too much. And one of the side wraps, they're spinning, rubbing up against the truck. It caught it. And so it rips off the thing, completely stops the wrap from turning. And so we hit the E-stop. And so we're like, fuck. So we have to undo the hose around the thing, the cord. And we start backing him up. And his mirror clips the little sign that we have, where it tells the customer whether or not it's the good, the better, best. Is his right mirror, clipped it, ripped off the entire sign. So Patrick and I, great dude, love you, Patrick, if you're listening to this.
Other Patrick.
Yeah. Him and I were just standing there, like, we don't even do anything for like 10 seconds. We're just sitting there with our mouths open, just like shocked. We're like, oh, we're about to get fired. This is the end. And yeah, we just watched the sign fall completely face down, and we don't even know what to do.
Do you call Tina?
Yeah. No, yeah, she was like, so what you're saying is, you let a truck go through, it hurt his truck, and it broke our wash. And I was like, yeah, we did. But she ended up, I guess she was just heated in the moment, 'cause she ended up looking back, and she was like, okay, well,
Not much we can really.
there's not much we can do in that situation. I mean, it's an anomaly.
Yeah.
Although she told me she refused to go look at the footage because she didn't want to get pissed about it again. So she just kind of left it as it was.
That's good. She has that self-will to not, want to get pissed.
Yeah,
again.
yeah. She just kind of left it as is. Didn't really fuck with it anymore after that.
All right.
But
Before we move on to the next topic, I just want to make sure we're still
This is a little bit unrelated, but Patrick, do y'all use like latex gloves at work?
Yes, but it is without chalk, specifically without chalk, which most latex gloves have.
Yeah, we use the ones without chalk as well. Do you ever have to like put those on when your hands are semi-moist?
Yes,
Dude, they're the worst.
It's the worst thing in the entire world. I swear to God,
I can't do it. I have to just like sit there for like 5 minutes waiting for it to like.
There was this
out.
one night.
bro.
There was this one night. I got one glove on, and I kept trying to get the other one. As soon as I'd walk out the break room, it'd just rip. So I'd have to go back, and Tina watched me walk into the break room about 3 different times to get a new glove because they just kept ripping. I was so frustrated.
I guess it's not as big a problem at Mod, for me at least, because I can just take a little bit of the dough, like a little bit of the flour, rub it on my hands, dry my hands out real quick, and then put them on. They slide right on. You guys should just put flour in the office and just keep it there.
We'll just let
keep a little all-purpose flour.
Exactly, or some baby powder,
Baby powder chilling in the car wash. That
Alright.
makes sense.
I came up with a good topic because I thought, we've all had many. We can at least talk about this a little bit. My flubs are just
No, you're good. You're good.
Favorite roles that we've ever played, like
In theater?
plays. Yeah, in theater.
Oh, 100% Dr. Caius.
Okay.
My man was
Explain
killing it
Mr.
out
Doc-
there.
Explain Dr. Caius to
Okay,
those who don't know.
So, obviously, I was a doctor, but we did this play, and it was Merry Wives of Windsor, which is a Shakespeare play.
Mm-hmm.
But we did it based on, like, the 1950s, which, one, I hate when people do that. If you're going to do a Shakespearean play, just do it in Shakespearean time. Don't you do all this nonsense in the 1950s.
I never understood that.
Like, you ever see that Romeo and... Or, no, it wasn't... Yeah, it was Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's a great movie.
That is a good movie, but I just hate it because it's based
It's
not
only good
in...
because Leo's in it.
Because it's like the way they speak, and it throws me off. Anyways, I was a doctor, and I was pretty much just like, the whole concept I had was I was just pissed about everything. So I was just yelling up a storm, and I was French. So I had this thick French accent. I had this nice little pencil mustache going. Honestly, that was a great role.
I remember that role. That was me and Jacob's first like duo
first
leading
show
man.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like our year actually with.
I was the smaller role though.
I already know
Yeah.
Jacobs.
Yeah, I already know Jacob's too. Jacob, you want to go real quick?
All right, we did this show. Actually, I don't know if it's in frame. I have the poster on the wall. Lend me a tenner. Basically, it's a show about this Italian opera singer who is world famous, Tito Morelli. And so he is invited to a opera company.
Yeah. So basically, it starts off with we're introduced to Max and Mr. Saunders. They're both, one of them is the assistant. Max is the assistant to Mr. Saunders. Mr. Saunders is...
He's like the manager of that whole opera company.
Yeah, that whole opera company. And they've invited Tito Morelli, world famous, of course, as Jacob explained, to come basically play the main role. And basically what happens is Tito's wife comes with him, and there's just a whole bunch of tension with
Always
them.
fighting.
Exactly. And then basically... Big punchline to the whole story is that they kind of break up almost, and Tito takes a bunch of sleeping pills, and basically Max is in charge of keeping Tito, like making sure he gets to the show, making sure he's good, and he's a really big fan of Tito's as well. So when Tito takes the sleeping pills, Max obviously assumes he's dead.
Yeah, and even Mr. Saunders after that. So they had to fake They had to fake that Tito was
They
still
ba-
alive
yeah.
for the show for their career's sake.
Basically,
and so-
Max, dresses up in all of this gear and everything, and basically plays, and that's where the hijinks ensue. But
Yeah, and I played Mr. Saunders, the
Yeah.
manager of the Grand Opera Company. He was Max.
I was
That was definitely peak theater.
I don't
for
know if
me.
that's my absolute favorite role, but that was my absolute favorite show. That was the most fun to just do.
That was
That was a great show. I did lights for that show.
Dude, we all
A1.
were on that show.
Yeah, that was by far my favorite. Even Babbitt said that was her favorite show she's ever done.
Oh yeah, I mean, we did great. Some of the chase scenes were a little iffy, but because it was
Yeah,
mainly
'cause
because
we're
of
in a-
space. It was mainly because of space.
Yeah, because we were in a black box. That was like our black box production of the year. And for those of you who don't know who that is, or don't know what that is, basically the stage is in the middle, and on 3 sides there's audience members. So you're like completely surrounded. It's way more stressful than a normal show.
Yeah, because
you can
the
see the sweat glands on these people watching your show. Like it's way more personal and
Exactly. But I think mine would either have to be Max, because that was really fun to play. It really just kind of got me out of my comfort zone, because like Castle's character, Dr. Kitus, I just always played characters that were mad. I just was always angry. That was just
Yeah,
kind of my thing.
angry's really easy to do. You
It
just gotta
really
yell
is,
a lot.
which really has to say something about
Big
my acting at
vocals.
that point. But
I was only ever in girls too.
But that or what was it? Freaking junior year, Judge Brock. Remember? For Hedda Gabler.
UIL show.
Oh, that was a
UIL
great
show.
role.
Yes, dude. I basically, if you don't know what Hedda Gabler is, I forget about it too. I really don't remember most of the plot. But I
remember.
I don't know.
I
she
played
killed
a
herself.
it's surrounded it's surrounded around a woman named Hedda Gabler. She's basically like this. She's kind of like a strong ass woman in a really petty man's world. So they're all, really insecure. They all think they're the kind of the shit, but she's low key kind of smarter than them in a lot of ways, and
She's manipulating her way around everyone.
she really is. She manipulates everyone, and Judge Brock is one of them. And the funny thing is like she's kind of like giving off these like sexual
Oh,
tensions
Lord.
throughout the entire show, and
Hit the desk.
she's kind of trying. Did you hit the desk? Yeah.
I'm always doing that all the time.
I wouldn't know. But yeah, and she kind of like is throwing all these hints towards Judge Brock, but of course just kind of teasing him, and he kind of takes it off the deep end, and he blackmails her at the end, and actually she kills herself in the end of the play, and Judge Brock's actually kind of wise, so.
Yeah,
But it was a really fun character to play because he was also very manipulative, and he had.
it's only because you got to wear a tuxedo.
Oh yeah, I looked like a Victorian
God.
god. Yeah, I looked great. I was mad Dracula vibes.
I didn't. I mean, I knew the plot at the time, but I was not involved in that play at all.
Yeah.
I think you and I were just chilling the whole time, mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, we did a lot of construction.
That was also the show
We
I had to
built that
do.
entire set, man.
Yeah, you guys did. That was a good.
You know,
set,
you're right.
too.
That year we did build like almost all the sets.
That set was cool though.
Yeah, well, because it was so intricate.
Oh, yeah.
like it was like because it was UIL, all the details had to be like perfect.
So
Oh,
was
yeah.
the Pack of Lies set.
Pack of
Pack
Lies.
of Lies.
That is like
My
I wasn't
favorite
even,
show.
I wasn't
That was a
even in
good
that
show,
show.
too.
That's one of my favorite shows.
I wasn't in that show, and that's like that's even about to take.
I was stage
a
manager.
tenor away from me.
I was
Yeah.
stage manager of that show and like basically assistant director. It was really fun. I had Jacob and Castle as my prop guys with me. They would help me take.
It's a nice
put
way of
on-
saying we weren't doing shit, so we tried to put us to use.
which I did.
We built that set. I'll tell you why. I remember putting those
We built
door
the
frames
fuck
up,
out of that
those
Yeah.
set, though.
walls.
We were always with Jack.
Yeah. But dude, that whole show had just some great energy about it. Like it was just really mysterious, really cool.
Definitely.
I wanted to say about Hedda Gabler. That's also the show that I had to do a 30-second or like a 45-second costume change from in full Victorian gear. So that means like coat, vest, like undershirt,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff into another one with a top hat.
How fast was my King Stag change that I had to do with Josue?
The King Stag?
Where I changed it into the King right after that.
I mean, that one was like a good, 45 seconds.
45 seconds. But
minute.
what about the Soldier one? Because
That soldier
one was
a
the
good,
crazy
like,
one.
35
yeah.
seconds. I mean, all right, so basically, we had this, it was UIL one year, and of course, UIL, you have to be dead
was our-
quiet
our
backstage.
junior year.
And
My
you've got to
senior
be, I
year.
mean, you've got to be on point. So it was me, Jacob. Jacob he would come on stage, and I mean, it was me and Brandy.
Yeah.
it was me, you, and
Me,
Yeah, because I was that back there too. Basically, it was like
And
you,
Chance,
you,
too.
me, and Brandy would all run to like get our costumes on and then help this guy.
Yeah, because I walked on, said a few lines, walked off, and I was just stood there and let all of them do whatever they had to do to me.
We had to put on pants, jacket,
Belt.
hat, and belt.
And then give you your gun and make sure you had
And
your
the
gun
gun.
safe.
And gun.
And
in
it all
30
had to be
seconds.
fastened up, too, because there was buttons and shit that all had to be done properly. Like, we had to, lace this stuff up.
I'll tell you what, though. During the end of it, I mean, we got it down.
Oh,
we
yeah,
didn't even
bro.
get it right until the actual.
Oh,
UI.
yeah.
So that's why I was sweating backstage, like, oh my god, I'm about to fuck up this. I'm about to ruin UIL for this.
But we
year.
did it really well.
But yeah, that wasn't the reason we didn't advance that year.
No, I don't remember the reason we did.
We just kept getting snubbed because we were Connor High.
Yeah, I don't think I genuinely think Connor High is just blacklisted from ever winning like a show again.
Although we got it our senior year. We advanced once.
I
Cass and I did.
don't think I ever advanced.
You advanced your freshman year.
No, we didn't.
I thought you did from midnight.
Nope, we advanced my sophomore year, but I
sophomore
was
year. You were
I was ineligible.
ineligible.
Rest
Yo, I
in
feel you
peace to the
though.
homie.
'Cause I was ineligible for sophomore UILs. They didn't even let me.
No, you came with it.
No.
No, you didn't.
No, I think Czech would have. I don't know.
It was
something.
you and Josh in your own room, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I would have gone, but I was ineligible and couldn't go. So
I had a room with
Thanks,
Alex
Jack.
Martinez, and he took a shower and then came out and literally just had the towel around like his junk, and we were just like, okay, cool.
I really don't need anything.
Dude, I was taking a shower and Josh kept coming into the bathroom and doing shit. And I was like, would you fuck off? I'm trying to take a shower, man.
Teenage boys when you're just in
Dude,
a hotel room are
I
hilarious.
I laughed hard that night. That was a good night. And despite Eric being there,
Oh yeah. Ooh,
Yikes.
we're just talking crap.
Yeah. Would you guys ever do theater again? Down the line? Ever? Just community theater or whatever?
I do lights or something. I love doing the tech.
You wouldn't act?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, it would have to be the right play, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would rather direct or something like that.
We were actually given the opportunity to audition for Let Me Attend Her again, but it was at one of the community theaters in Conroe.
Yeah,
And we had it was day before, and we were still planning on going, and then we just didn't go for
We
whatever
dipped,
reason.
yeah.
I think we had work or something.
Well, the thing is, we had work, and also we just at the time it just
so busy. Because
We
that was
didn't
right at the
really-
beginning of us trying to get Studio 55 off the ground.
that was when we were all trying to come up with ideas what we were gonna actually
Yeah, because
do.
originally Studio 55 was just going to be a YouTube channel we all make vlogs to.
Yeah,
And then
we
just wait.
Yeah.
Because I did videos before, a year ago for this business. We were why don't we incorporate all that and go into business together and try to do this together. So at that time we were still so confused about everything, and it was just wasn't working out
And
with that.
look at us now, 4 to 3 months later, 3 or 4 months later.
We're making good progress.
We
I mean,
are
if
making
we're
good
just starting,
progress.
and we're fairly consistent. with
We've
everything.
made.
Speaking of the same day this podcast, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, go.
The same day that this podcast drops, the Cameron video that we did.
Yes, that was a topic I was also going to bring up. Cameron's video is also done.
Yeah,
Almost
so
a
by
week.
the time you're watching this podcast, the video's already up.
Yeah, and it came out really nice. I really like how it came out. Jake did a really great job with editing. I think
Oh,
a
it
lot of
was
the
nothing.
shots. I think a lot of the shots came out really well. Cameron, thank you, Cam, for letting us have this opportunity to film you and try to put your first thing out there. We really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, because this is for that band specifically, it's his debut pretty much.
Exactly.
And he chose us to do that for him, which is really sick.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
And really be on the lookout for his new upcoming stuff. He said it'd be out next year,
midway
February.
2020.
Yeah, no,
something like that.
I don't want to give out actual dates. Anyway,
January 1st, there will be a full-length 24-song album
24
by Cameron Johnson.
Psych Out.
Psych Out.
Psych Out.
Is that the name?
Yeah, Psych Out.
That's actually it. Well, no, I mean the name of the album. Is he going to do a self-titled album?
I don't know. I don't know, but I think the band's name's Psych Out.
I don't the album Cameron Johnson.
We still need we still need the song names for the chapters.
Nah, screw it. We'll just
Yeah, it looks cool.
There's no song names yet. This is the shell of everything. But yeah, anyways, that should be up. And then we did this other video for this Houston rapper.
remember
And
we
that should
talked
go up
about him.
on Friday.
We talked
we talked about
Kenny.
we were
yeah,
about to.
Shout out to Kenny.
Kenny the Martian. We did a video for him, so that's going to be going up on Friday.
Well, we're hopefully have it done by Friday. Hopefully have it up around then.
Yeah,
as well.
Friday, Saturday, somewhere around there. So
be on the lookout for those as well.
Yeah, like 3 days after this podcast goes up, it should be up.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm really excited. We're just putting a lot out there right now,
and then we're making good progress on the pre-production for the short film.
Yeah, we are. We just need to get the days together now, and we mainly just need to get actors.
Yeah, if you're listening to this and know us, hit us up. We need you.
If you just want to spend a day being in a moody apocalyptic film, hit us up.
Yeah, because we already have the main roles figured out. All we need is like people to be in the background.
We just need extras,
cameos.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, please hit us up.
Guys, girls, elderly,
literally
children,
anyone.
The role we'll take you.
Children.
Toddlers, I don't give a fuck.
You can still be in the womb. We don't really care.
Yeah, just show up with your mommy. I don't give a fuck. Chrissy just bought an office chair today, and I really want one now.
Has she gotten her Google Mini yet?
Yes, it came in. It was doing some weird like ghost shit last night though.
What do you mean?
Like,
oh yeah, I saw on her spam.
Yeah. It was just like playing static, and it would listen to her whenever she told it to stop, but it was like talking to her, as if it was like static, and then some weird shit happened to her that night anyway. So it was,
that's creepy.
She's under the mindset that there is a ghost in her room now, because she cleaned out her closet for the first time in like years, so she thinks that she stirred up some shit.
Yeah, what'd you find?
She's released something.
Like
an ancient
demon,
Indian pelvis or something.
Yeah, somehow fucking in her closet stirred up some like Indian burial ground
type shit. Yeah.
It turned off. It seems the video has stopped recording. We'll just put in a little black screen. No, we'll put in the technical difficulties. Please stand by. Welcome back, video viewers.
Welcome back. You were watching Snoopy dance to a little jig. Now I have to actually find that.
We have to find it like copyright free though.
I
don't know if Peanuts is like hella copyrighted.
They're copyrighted the
sure
fuck up their ass.
How long have we been going so far?
32 minutes and 50 seconds.
Hey,
whoa,
look at that!
Wow, guys,
we're going fast,
2.
And we have talked. We have spoken about nothing important.
No,
we talked about like the videos and whatnot, but
can I bring up something?
Dude, go ahead.
It's definitely Star Wars related, but I think it's really cool, and it's some stuff that me and Castle found out recently. So, would you be down if I talked about leaks on here? They're nothing like confirmed, but it's all just rumored leaks.
Warning for people who don't
want to know.
fucking
with the leaks.
If you're not fucking with leaks or don't even want to have 1% of like maybe
possibility of anything.
Yeah, exactly. Then
I would put like a time marker in where you skip to.
You can just skip to that. But basically, so Mason, good buddy of all three of ours, also, he's in LLC, Live Like Captives. Check him out on Spotify and Apple Music. Give him, just a little promo. But he was telling us that here are the top leaks. So basically, Sidious is Rey's grandfather or father, one of the two. Sidious was Snoke, and basically he basically just possessed Snoke's body after his body died. And Matt Smith, from Doctor Who, plays the 11th Doctor, the really snazzy. He's gonna be the rumor is he's the Knight of Ren, like the original Knight of Ren, and he's gonna be the new body for Sidious.
So Sidious is just jumping around from body to body.
Well, if you remember, because Darth Plagueis had the power to basically reform himself and come back alive.
I thought he had the power to.
He had the power
others back to life.
Exactly, with himself. So he used the same power.
So that's
on himself.
What he meant by that.
Exactly. So Darth Plagueis is like he's dead, but Sidious probably learned that trick and has just been using it. That's
scary as shit.
I saw a new trailer for
Rise of
Skywalker, and it was before one of the videos I was watching on YouTube. But it was basically Sidious, and he was like, "This is the end of the Skywalkers."
Yeah, I saw that too with Rey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that sounded exactly like Darth Sidious. I was
like, it's 100% him, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he's Palpatine. In the movie.
Oh, yeah, like, he's somehow going to be a big part of it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's going to be cool to see him in other bodies, but I just want to see old Darth Sidious.
I think we're going to see, like, a demon. We're gonna
That'd
see
be
like
so
a little
sick.
demon version.
Like,
Even
like
like
a-
a Force Ghost or something would
Yeah.
be sick.
Oh yeah.
A Force Ghost.
Because we haven't seen him in so long.
Mhm.
We haven't seen him since.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He got thrown off.
Goodness.
Also, I don't know because in the original trailer they released for the Rise of Skywalker, they showed the Death Star,
Mhm.
but all the Death Stars blew up. So how did they? How is
Well,
it so intact?
The thing is you saw. I mean, with that logic, a lot of the Star Destroyers blew up, but how did a lot of them land on Jakku?
That is also true. Well, because there's a lot of Star Destroyers, but there's only 2 Death Stars.
It's Star Wars though. Plot
It's Star
holes.
Wars,
I mean, they
yeah.
have plot holes. Why not?
You were just a little turned a little bit. I just
Oh,
wanted to make
sorry.
sure. No, you're good. I just was just looking out for you.
But why I also believe that Sidious and like being everyone rumor is because there was a clip I think of it was like Kylo walking or doing something, and it's Sidious to Snoke to Vader, like the voices like transitioning to the voices as he's saying, "I have been all the voices in your head," or something like that. Like he's been the voices in his head this entire time.
Wait, he was.
So he's been directing Kylo this entire time through Snoke. Like he was Snoke.
Damn.
Yeah. And like he was
That's why, because that was like the main thing that I was like, that I was thinking about is why did Snoke die so easily?
Yeah.
Like, if he's this big Sith Lord, why did he die to someone who's like barely just picked up a lightsaber? Like that was the weird thing. So maybe it was Sidious's larger plan.
Exactly.
So we'll let Rey build up some ego and then crush her like a bug. Because the bigger their ego, the harder they fall.
And see, I low key, if some of those rumors are true, which by the way I want to point out they probably aren't, because also recent rumor is that they've done the 10th reshoot of the ending. The 10th reshoot of the ending, yeah. So
They reshot that bitch 10 times.
they probably are continuing.
Like changed it.
Yes, like have changed the ending because they don't know which one to do perfectly. They don't know which one's going to be perfect.
I guess it is a lot of stress on JJ
It
Abrams.
is a lot of stress, bro. It is a lot of stress. But he even said, like, the whole reason he put Sidious in there is because he doesn't see how it could end without Sidious. You know, Sidious has been a big, like,
Sidious
villain.
is like the catalyst for the entire.
Exactly. He has been the main, like,
Since like
villain.
literally the first episode.
Literally.
Exactly, yeah. He's been the main villain against the Skywalkers this entire time.
Let's go upcoming projects. What do we got in store?
The short
January. Yeah. So first things first is a short film.
This is kind of bigger and more recent news.
Oh.
Should we?
If we
I'd
don't
say
want to talk
probably
about
leave
that,
it. We could
I've
talk
got
about it
something
and
we
then.
can talk about.
I'd say we shouldn't talk about it right now.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
very vague,
All we'll say right now is that we possibly have some very big projects coming up this new year. No hopes are too high right now,
It's not certain, but it's
yeah. We still need to meet with a couple people and of course talk things through. But we are making our way into doing something very big. That would be very big for us as a group and as a business and as a production company and all. So be on the lookout for possible upcoming news about that and different stuff. Because we're all excited. We're very
We're hopeful that
We're
it could
hopeful.
work out for the best.
Exactly.
But we're expecting the worst, hoping for the best.
exactly.
What is it that you read?
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I managed to haggle Christian down to 300 for his laptop.
Ooh, the Mac, right?
So I'm gonna buy that.
What is it? What's the laptop?
2015 Razer.
That's a really good deal.
Yeah, I think he paid like $1,500 for it.
Are you gonna do it?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy it next check.
Next
Hell
check?
yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
then-
Oh, because that's the big check.
And then beginning of the year, I'm gonna buy my MacBook.
Oh,
I've
so
decided.
you
I
got
told
two.
my mom, and she's like, yeah, sounds like a good plan. I'm gonna get a MacBook, docking station, and monitor.
Do you want to tell them what's coming in the new year?
You don't have to.
You don't
if
have
you wanna
to.
keep
If
it.
it'd be...
Just know I will be balling.
Castle has some money coming in.
He has some
That's
big
all-
money
that's all we
coming
gotta
in.
say. Big
money.
fucking money coming in.
Boy's trying to get a car too, huh?
What kind of car are you gonna get?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because now it's like you're always talking about like, oh yeah, I want to get this, but now you actually are gonna have the money to buy.
Well,
something
I
you
wanted to
actually
get
wanna
a 2013 Nismo 370Z, but I also don't want one because it's considered a sports car, and I don't want to pay that insurance.
Do the
because-
insurance?
Yeah,
wow,
that
if
would
it's
be
a car that's
wild.
considered a sports car.
I was looking
insurance
at
is fucked.
Mitsubishi Evos. I don't know. I don't know. I want a Subi because most Subis are all-wheel drive, and I love all-wheel drive.
Maybe like a red flag for the police on the road.
Well, it depends.
If you get something flashy.
Oh, we have a story. Speaking of police.
What? Oh, I was driving home, and I was driving to Patrick's house actually.
We were both going to my house.
And I have what is considered a lead foot, so I tend to go much faster than the speed limit. And I wasn't going too fast. I was only going like 35 and a 30.
Mm-hmm.
But and he didn't like do anything, so we went past him, and I turned onto a street, and I got I'd say about like half mile away from him, and he comes racing up behind Patrick, goes around Patrick, gets in front of him, and starts, riding my ass.
And literally followed Castle basically all the way back to my house. Literally followed him up until the final turn that Castle had to make to lead to my house. This man...
And then didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything. He literally went and parked. And just was like, okay, whatever. That, in my opinion, that's not cool.
I feel like I keep hitting the mic. I feel like the quality of this podcast is going to be so much
Yeah, we
lower than the
moved
last
to
one.
another undisclosed location, so now we're not in our first undisclosed location, so now we got to get used to this space.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, third
And-
podcast... Gonna be
by then we might be in the fucking storage unit.
We might be in a storage
Because we're
unit.
getting paid for the Kenny shoot in a couple days, so we'll have the money to do the first month.
Yeah, that is true. I kind of want us to start doing a thing where we shout out a local artist or business or something.
Speaking of shouting out local artists, I'm wearing the Dim Life shirt right now. It says, kill your local rapist, beat him to shit, and put his mouth on the curb.
I like it.
Shout out Dim Life Studios.
Here, stand up.
Great clothing.
Kind of let them see
You
it.
wanna see it? It's nice, kind of like a pastel yellow colorway. I think it's kind of clean.
I like the text a
I have
lot.
a
It's
lot of
just
Dim
really
Life shit 'cause I
minimalist.
love Dim Life, but yeah. I think it's hard.
I also want to shout out Queer Crafties, Daphne's
Or a little
Daphne
soaps
shop.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
Hard.
She's been supporting us too. She was listening to the podcast. Remember, she
Yeah,
shared it
put
and
it on the
everything.
story.
Yeah, I want to give her that shout out. A
Nice.
little shouty.
Do I have to give a shout out now?
I mean, you don't have to.
I'm not. I don't have any business. Next week I'll have a business. Next week I'll have a local business. Actually,
Yo,
Burger
we should
Fresh.
low-key-
He has
Burger.
no idea who we are. Burger Fresh in Conroe. Best
Great
burger you'll ever
burgers,
eat.
Off league
man.
line?
I mean, great.
Yes.
Great burgers.
Great
And great dude.
burgers.
Family
Great-
owned.
Oh yeah.
Great guy.
Haven't
Shout
had
out.
it, but I've heard it's really good.
You were hyping it up. You're like, yeah, I've never had it, but I've only ever heard good things about it.
I really have only heard good things about it, bud.
We should have a segment at the end of the podcast every week where we just shout out local businesses.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
We can just find local businesses and shout them out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We don't even have to talk to him. Eventually.
We don't even have to know us. Yeah.
We'll come back to them a few months later and be like, where's our fucking money for that shit?
Where's our fucking money?
We need royalties.
Yeah, if they happen to get more customers throughout that period,
Mm.
be like, there's no way you can prove that it wasn't our podcast.
Exactly.
That told that sent the clients
You have
away.
no clue if that was us or
Yeah.
your own money.
Anyways, we're running out of things to talk about. We should just end this thing while we're still ahead.
We're running on 45 minutes right now.
45
Oh, we're
minutes.
good
Look at
then.
us. Yeah, we're golden. I think.
All right, I guess let's wrap this thing up.
All right.
I don't remember the outro, so...
I guess you were like, we're Studio 55. We'll always be.
Oh, we're Studio 55. We'll continue to be Studio 55, and you continue to be you. Peace and love.
You know,
Peace and love.
is that our thing now?
I think so.
I think we should do that.
Okay.
It's cool. It's like
Yeah,
it's
it's,
a nice little
What's
phrase.
the word I'm looking for? Consistency.
You know what? Yeah, you be you. Have a good one, guys.
All right, guys.